Hey, 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 welcome back to the Out Loud English podcast. I'm Jake.
And I'm Mia, and we are so glad you're here with us today.
This podcast is all about helping you, the English learner, actually speak English out loud. Not just study it, but use it, feel comfortable with it, and sound natural doing it.
Exactly. And today's episode is one of my favorites, honestly, because it's about something super simple, but something that a lot of learners feel nervous about.
Yeah, what are we talking about today, Mia?
We're talking about how to introduce yourself. You know, that moment when you walk into a party or a social event and you meet someone new and you kind of have to say something. That moment.
Yes, that moment can feel a little awkward even for native speakers, honestly. So if you've ever felt nervous about it in English, that's completely normal. You're not alone.
Totally. And by the end of this episode, you're going to have the words, the phrases, and the confidence to walk up to someone and start a conversation. In English, like a pro.
So let's get into it. First, me and I are going to act out a little scene, a real-life conversation at a party. Just listen the first time. Don't worry about understanding every single word. Just feel it.
Yep, just listen. Okay, here we go. So imagine you just walked into a party, there's music, people are talking, and you spot someone standing near the snack table, kind of by themselves. You decide to go say hi.
Hey, hi, I'm Jake. I don't think we've met.
Oh, hey, I'm Mia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, how do you know Sarah? She's the one who threw this party, right?
Yeah, we work together actually. We're colleagues. What about you?
Oh, cool. We went to college together. We've been friends for years. So, what do you do? Like, what's your job?
I'm a graphic designer. It's a lot of fun. I love it. What about you?
That's awesome. I'm actually a teacher. English, believe it or not.
No way, that's so cool. I love that. Well, it's really nice to meet you, Jake.
You too, Mia. I'm sure we'll chat more tonight.
Okay, scene. Did you catch all of that? That's a really natural introduction, the kind you'd hear at any party or social event in English.
Yeah, and now we're gonna break it all down, like piece by piece. The key phrases we used, why we used them, and how you can use them too.
Okay, so the very first thing Jake said was, "Hey, hi, I'm Jake. I don't think we've met." Let's talk about that.
Right, so I'm Jake. That's the most basic, natural way to say your name. Not my name is Jake, which is a little more formal, just I'm Jake. Easy, relaxed.
Exactly. And then you said, "I don't think we've met," which is a really smooth way to start a conversation with a stranger. It's polite, it's friendly, and it kind of opens the door naturally.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, hey, I don't know you yet, but I'd like to. You know? It's warm without being weird.
Right, without being weird. And then I said, "Nice to meet you." That one is so common. You will hear this all the time. And Jake replied with, "Nice to meet you too." Don't forget the "to" at the end. That's how you return the phrase.
Good point. And then we moved into a question that helps keep the conversation going. How do you know Sarah? This is really useful at a party because it gives you something to talk about right away. You're connecting through a mutual person.
Yes, and it works even if you don't know the exact host's name. You can just say, "How do you know the host?" Or "How do you know everyone here?" It's a really natural icebreaker.
Totally. And then we asked about jobs. What do you do? Which is one of the most common questions in English small talk. Super useful. And notice how Mia said, "What about you?" at the end. That's how you turn the question back to the other person.
Right. What about you? 3 little words that show you're interested in the other person. It keeps the conversation balanced. You're not just talking about yourself.
Exactly. And the last thing, at the very end, I said, I'm sure we'll chat more tonight. That's just a warm, friendly way to end the introduction. You're saying, hey, this conversation is just beginning. I like you.
It leaves the door open. Love that. Okay, so we've heard the phrases, we've talked about what they mean. Now it's your turn. This is the practice section.
Yes, this is the part where you actually speak out loud. We mean it. Say it with us. Don't just listen, say it. Even if you're on the bus, even if you feel a little silly, saying it out loud is how you remember it.
Okay, first phrase. We'll say it and then we'll pause so you can repeat it. Ready?
Hi, I'm Jake. Now you say it with your name. Go ahead.
Great! Did you say it? Nice! Let's do the next one.
I don't think we've met.
Perfect. Now this next one, say it with a smile. It sounds better that way, trust me. Ready?
Nice to meet you.
Yes, you've got it. Now let's try the response when someone says, nice to meet you to you. What do you say back?
Nice to meet you too.
Awesome. Okay, one more. This one's a question. Imagine you're at a party and you want to keep talking to someone. Try this.
So, what do you do?
Wonderful! Seriously, you're doing great. Now, let's put it all together. I want you to say a mini introduction, just like we did in the scene. I'll prompt you and you fill in the blanks out loud. Here we go.
Hi, I'm...
I don't think we've met.
Nice to meet you.
So, how do you know everyone here?
Amazing! You just introduced yourself in English. That was real. That counts.
It absolutely counts. Okay, so now let's talk about variations, because not every situation is the same, right? A party is one thing, but what about other situations?
Right, totally. So let's think about a few different situations. The first one, you're at a work event or a professional meeting, a bit more formal. In that case, you might say something like, hello, I'm Jake. It's a pleasure to meet you. Or even, hi, I'm Jake. I work in the marketing department.
Yeah, you add a little context, where you work, what you do, right away. Because in a professional setting, people often want to know your role. It gives the conversation direction.
Exactly. And instead of nice to meet you, in a more formal setting, you might hear, it's a pleasure to meet you, or lovely to meet you. These feel a bit more polished. Not wrong at a party, just a little fancier.
Ha, a little fancier. I like that. Okay, now on the other end, what if it's super casual? Like you're at a small get-together with friends of friends, very relaxed.
Yeah, in that case, you might just say, hey, I'm Jake. Super short, super chill. Or even, hey, what's up? I'm Jake. The energy is lighter. You're not trying to be formal at all.
Right. And what's up? That's an informal greeting. It means, how are you, basically. You don't actually need to answer it in detail. You just say, hey, what's up, back. Or, not much, you?
Yes, not much. You? That's the classic response. Don't overthink it. It's just a friendly opener, not a deep question.
Exactly. And then there's another really useful one. What if you've met someone before, but you're not totally sure they remember you? This happens to everyone, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that situation. You can say, I think we've met before. I'm Jake. That question mark in your voice makes it gentle. You're not assuming, you're just checking. Very natural.
I love that one. It's humble and friendly. And if they don't remember, no big deal. You just say, "Oh, no worries. I'm Mia. Nice to meet you again." Easy 6.
Right. No worries is such a useful phrase, by the way. It means it's okay, don't feel bad. You'll hear it all the time in casual English.
So true. Okay, let me summarize the different styles really quick. For a formal or professional setting, hello, I'm Mia. It's a pleasure to meet you. For a regular social event or party, hi, I'm Mia. Nice to meet you. And for something super casual, hey, I'm Mia. What's up?
3 different levels: formal, regular, and casual. Same idea, just different energy. And honestly, for most situations, the middle one works perfectly. Hi, I'm Jake. Nice to meet you. You really can't go wrong with that.
Couldn't agree more. It's friendly, it's clear, and it works everywhere. Okay, one last little tip before we wrap up, and this one is about body language. Even though this is an audio podcast,
Oh yes, this is important.
when you introduce yourself in English, make eye contact, smile, and if it's appropriate, offer a handshake or a small wave. Because communication isn't just words. Your energy, your warmth, that comes through, and it makes the other person feel comfortable too.
100%. People respond to warmth. If you smile and look friendly, even if your English isn't perfect, people will want to talk to you. I promise.
Yes, your heart comes through. Okay, so let's do a super quick recap before we say goodbye. What are the key phrases from today?
Hi, I'm Jake. Simple, natural way to say your name. Number 2, I don't think we've met. A polite and friendly way to start talking to a stranger.
Nice to meet you. And don't forget to reply with, "Nice to meet you too." Number 4, how do you know everyone here? Great icebreaker question at any social event.
Number 5, so what do you do? A super common question to learn more about someone. And number 6, what about you? To turn the conversation back to them.
And honestly, if you remember just those 6, you can handle an introduction at almost any social event in English. That's real progress.
It really is. And here's your homework, your challenge for this week. Find one opportunity to introduce yourself to someone, a neighbor, a coworker, someone at a coffee shop. Use the phrases out loud in real life.
Yes, and if you're not ready to do it in real life yet, practice in front of a mirror, or practice with a friend, or just say it out loud to yourself when you're alone. All of it counts. All of it helps.
You're doing something really brave by learning a new language, you know? A lot of people give up when it gets hard, but you're here, you're listening, you're practicing. That's incredible.
We mean that. We're genuinely proud of you. Every episode, every listen, every time you repeat a phrase out loud, you're getting better, even when it doesn't feel like it.
All right, that's it for today's episode of the Out Loud English Podcast. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We'll be back next time with another real conversation and more phrases you can actually use.
Until then, keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep going. You've got this. I'm Mia.
And I'm Jake. See you next time.